Hello, this is J. Edgar Casey, and whenever I am listening to fine podcasts, I tune into your head program because it's very clean.
Monkey nuts. That's what they call them. They call them monkey nuts. We've discussed this before, I know, but we haven't discussed it to death. You haven't discussed something to death until you've brought it to life. No. People are still going on about the dinosaurs hundreds of billions of years after they allegedly went extinct. I don't believe it. I don't believe the dinosaurs went extinct. There's no proof of it. Theologians believe that the dinosaurs never existed, which would certainly explain the lack of any dinosaurs here. There are no dinosaurs to be seen here in modern day. At a time when the Earth is the most populated it's ever been, with creatures all over, all sorts of creatures, birds and elephants and human beings and space monsters and aliens and yeti. Not one single dinosaur spotted. Oh no! People are seeing UFOs all over the place. They're seeing Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, but not one single frigging dinosaur to be seen. Absolutely ridiculous, and we're supposed to believe they ever existed. No. If something ever existed, there's trace of it. The sun there, that light you're seeing from the sun, that left the sun about 1 million years ago. It's been travelling from the sun to here. So you're seeing the sun as it was millions of years ago. If dinosaurs were still here, we'd be able to see them, thanks to the wonders of light and distance. We'd be able to see at least some dinosaurs far away somewhere. Because you can be damn sure to Christ as hell at some point a dinosaur got flung out into space. So we'll be able to see that surely in an electron micro. Is that what they use? Electron microscopes? No, that's for seeing little things. Well, if something's far away, it usually looks little. So I suppose you'd use an electron microscope to see stuff far away. You'd get out your electron microscope and you'd point it up towards the sky and you say, "Oh, let's see if we can see anything small today, either small or far away." It's the same thing. Small and far away are the same thing. I know lots of people who are small and far away. I know some tall people as well that live far away, but they look small from here, unless you get out a webcam, which is cheating. Webcams are cheating. If you see somebody over a webcam, you're cheating. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Have some faith in your own natural ability to see. It's the same with frigging glasses. People get out these glasses, they take them out, they have a look through the bottom of the glass and they say, "Oh, look, this looks like that fly that's walking across the table there is really, really far away." It's not. It's because you're looking at it through glasses. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. This isn't going anywhere, is it? No, this is crap. This is pure unmitigated piffle. Piffle and waffle. Waffle and piffle and puffle. Puffle and piffle and dancer and prancer and nancer and chancer and gancer. Orangolf and Woodstock. What's that fella in Harry Potter? You know your man who dies, but he's in the last film somehow anyway. Gandalf or somebody, I don't know. All of them people. Incidentally, there's a new Into Your Head official Facebook page. If you go to intoyourhead.com, you see a big button there. It'll say the new Into Your Head Facebook page. Like it today. So go off and like it, like a good little supporter. It'll help spread the word to all these people on Facebook who don't know about. There are people on Facebook who don't know about me, and I plan to take full advantage of that. Like a predator, I'm going to predate upon them, like the dinosaurs used to predate upon creatures who didn't believe in them. They'd say, "Ha ha, you don't believe in me, so I'm just going to pounce on you, and you'll think I'm an illusion, and you'll just be all cocky and ignore me. You'll think I'm not going to take any notice of that. That's not a real dinosaur. There's no such thing. They're no more real than dragons are. There's no such thing. Although it turned out there is such a thing as a dragon. Some sort of lizard or something. that's called either a something dragon or a dragon something. Those are dragons. People like to go, it's a myth that dragons are a myth. No, dragons are not a myth. There are myths based upon the idea that the dragons aren't real, but they are real. So the myths about dragons are themselves myths, which I suppose makes them myths. So I suppose it's all legitimate. It's legitimate for a myth to be a myth if it's not true, or if it's based upon an untruth. That's what makes it a myth. Makes it an old wives' tales. That's what they used to call them. They'd say, if you stand there and stare from 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 there and stare. Hello, this is your Into Your Head junior announcer. The proceeding was a technical error, but I'm going to leave it in anyway because it sounds cool. I might even make it into a song later. Anyway, the proceeding was an error. Do not adjust your MP3 device. Now back to the show. Stare from there and 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 stare for that's done for too long. You'll go blind. That's what they used to say. That was an old wives' tale. Nobody had ever tried it. People go and stare at the sun every day. All that happens is that they burn a hole in the middle of their eyes, but they can still see. They can still see around the peripherals. You don't need to see anything that's right in frigging front of you. If it's in front of you, you've already approached it. You've already examined it from a distance, if you're any use. You've examined and you've figured out where you are. You should always know where you are at any time. I don't mean taking out your frigging GPS. No. Know where you are before you get there. Always be looking one step ahead of yourself. Say you're going over there now. You should look what's over there first before you get there. Be looking ahead at yourself. There's no point looking down at what's underneath your feet because you're already there. If there's any harm to be got in the area where you are now, it'll already have happened to you, so it's too late then. Don't do stuff before it's too late.
Fridays on Into Your Head are Open Line Fridays. If you have a topic for Open Line Fridays, please visit intoyourhead.com/Fridays.
Hey everyone, Brian Jude here, and I'd like to talk to you about the film that I'm making, The Miracle Man. I had a campaign a while ago to raise some development funds, and I find myself needing some more funds for especially legal fees. If you've contributed before, thank you very much, and if you haven't, here's a chance to do so. Go to tinyurl.com/mmfund2. That's tinyurl.com/mmfund and the number 2. And you can check out the different perks that I have to offer there for your contributions. And if you have contributed before, feel free to contribute again, or in either case, please spread the word, especially if you know people who might be interested in funding this kind of thing. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks and take care. Bye-bye.
It's funny you should mention Brian Jude there in the Brian Jude sponsored promo. I just logged into Facebook there. I happened to notice that it's Brian Jude's birthday. According to Facebook anyway, unless he's one of those people who fakes his Facebook birthday in the interest of privacy. I wouldn't blame him if he did. But I did see somebody mentioned somewhere that he was at Brian Jude's birthday. So unless he's faking his whole real life, I suspect it is his birthday. So happy birthday, Brian. I was going to do a song for you here, but there's already a Billy Joel song in the next segment. So consider that a Billy Joel song in aid of Brian Jude. And please see the preceding promo for details of how you can help Brian Jude to be more of a Brian Jude than he is at the moment. Because you can't have too much Brian Jude. You can, I suppose once he gets his movie made, we'll probably be sick of him by then. Because if you have a 90-minute feature film out and you watch that, you don't really want to see any more of that for at least another. If someone brings out a Star Trek movie, for example, and you go and see it and you watch it, you spend 2 hours watching Captain Picard. trying to change his brother to make him more likable or something, to try and replace him, or wherever you go and see Harry Potter getting killed or whatever happens to him. When you sit through that for an hour and a half, you think that was great, but I've had my fill of that now for another couple of years. So that's probably what we'll be thinking after Brian Jew's movie The Miracle Man comes out. We'll be thinking, that was great, Brian, well done with the movie, we're all delighted for you and all, but we've had our fill of you for another couple of years now, so it'd be a good idea for you to go back underground until 2014 and then bring out your next thing, maybe with younger actors in it. You could have a new Brian Jew, The Next Generation, which I believe he's been working on recently. He's been creating Brian Jew, The Next Generation recently, so maybe The Next Generation or Brian Jude's it'll be. They'll reboot him. They'll have Brian Jude the reboot. They'll say, hello, I'm Brian Jude for the 22nd century. We inherited the ship. They'll probably have the original Brian Jude coming back. He'll be 150 years old and he'll time travel back, and you'll have the same years as the new Brian Jude, just as an aid to the viewer, so they'll be able to tell straight away that they're connected in some way. So it'll be a handover to the next generation, and then Brian Jude's son will take over. We'll have the Son of Brian Jude show on the Overnightscape Underground. It'll be, incidentally, onsug.com. Everybody who listens to Into Your Head has a show on onsug.com, Brian Jude included. So go and subscribe to that. It's absolutely fantastic. You can hear me on Overnightscape Central sometimes. That reminds me, I must go and record something for the Overnightscape Central. Otherwise, the proceeding will appear to be a lie, just like Brian Jude's birthday. Anyway, happy birthday, Brian, and on with the show.
There's still more to come on Into Your Head.
If you don't mind me saying so, I think so far today's show is being a little lackluster. No offence. I mean, no offence in any way, shape or form. Why would you take offence at that? It's not about you, it's about me. Unless, of course, you're one of the listeners who has contributed to the listener-contributed voiceover segments that have been played so far. In which case, I'm not describing your segments as lackluster. I'm referring to my own part of the content, which is 90% of the stuff you've heard so far. So don't be getting all up on your high horse saying, oh, he's calling me lackluster. I am not. Absolutely not. If anything, I'm calling you I'm calling you the opposite of lackluster. It's only because I'm comparing my own content to your content that has caused me to notice that I'm lackluster. It's a comparison thing. So there, yeah. I'm probably talking myself into a hole. Can you talk yourself into a hole? I don't know. Back when they were digging the Channel Tunnel, the railway tunnel that goes from England to France, they had a big celebration when the two ends of the tunnel met each other in the middle. Someone got a hacksaw and chopped through. French fella and an English fella shook hands, and it was on television. It was all fantastic. They said, hello, look, I can see you through that hole now. Let's make it bigger so we can put trains through here. It'll probably be more commercially viable if we do that. It's all very well being able to poke your face through a hole under the sea, but if you can bring people in their hundreds on a train, that's probably more efficient. I'm surprised they never build tunnels for airlines. They spend all this fuel getting these airplanes up into the sky. It never occurs to anyone that they could just have a big long runway going from England to France under the sea. The same as with the trains, they just have to make it a bit wider. If you widen the Channel Tunnel a bit, all of the planes could taxi all the way from London to the continent. It'd be absolutely fun. They do that anyway in Dublin. If you get on a Ryanair flight from Dublin, it spends half the day taxiing around Dublin Airport till it gets to the runway about 18 miles away from the terminal. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. You might as well be getting a bus. which usually I do if I'm going to the airport. I went to the airport recently. I got a bus there. I got on a bus. I got a train, and then I got what did I get? I got a tram, I think, and then I got a bus. I got the overnight bus that goes to Dublin Airport, has free Wi-Fi on it. It's absolutely fantastic. You get on the bus, you pay them €85 to bring you to the airport, and you get to use their Wi-Fi for 5 minutes till your battery runs out, and then you spend the whole night sitting at the... Did I have an early morning flight last? I don't think I did. No, I spent the night at the airport though for logistical reasons. I went to the airport the night before and spent the night sitting at the airport with my freaking iPadlet and my netbook. Sat drinking coffee, sat in the bar on the sofa until someone came along and said, "Hello, we want to clean out this bar, would you mind leaving?" So I had to leave there. The only freaking place in the airport where you can charge something, it's not like everywhere else in the airport, they're all charging you. That's a pun, that's a very clever pun if you don't mind me saying so. You go around the airport, most of the time you're getting charged, but sometimes you can charge your phone. But if you want to charge your phone in the bar, you have to buy something as well. You have to purchase a beverage, so they'll be charging you for charging. You're charging and they're charging. Wait a minute. I know. Well, that's fucking ridiculous. This is lackluster again. What lackluster is the wrong word, because I'm trying too hard. That's the problem. Like one of those fellas on American Idol. They get up and they say, "Hello, I'm great. I'm going to be great. I'm going to perform a song for you now." In a minute. I'm going to perform a song for you, Simon Cowell. Here's my performance. I'm great. Here we go. I'll just get out my keyboard. Very few of them have musical instruments, so if any of them ever do, it stands out. Let's see. Oh, don't go changing. Don't go changing, Simon Cowell. They did change Simon Cowell though, because I was watching the UK edition of the X Factor this morning. Simon Cowell doesn't appear to be on it anymore. He's abandoned it to go and be on the new US version. Don't go changing. Is this lackluster? I don't know. It's a Billy Joel song. Billy Joel wouldn't be to most people's taste, I suppose. But he is to mine. I've been a fan of Billy Joel since I was, approximately 9 years of age. My brother came home with a couple of Billy Joel cassette tapes. I think there's some harm. Now that you mention this, I think there's some harm. I'll just put that over there for a minute. I'll just put the keyboard over there for a minute. I think that had played by itself. But no, as I was saying, my brother got a couple of Billy Joel albums on cassette tape. And we listened to them. They had Just the Way You Are, Just the Way You Are. And you had this one. This is Just the Way You Are, now that I think about it. Oh no, that's Don't Go... Oh yes, that is the same thing. Don't Go Changing and Just the Way You Are the same songs. People do that sometimes. They assign a name to a song based on some of its random lyrics. So that's why you get confused. You say, there's one song called Don't Go Changing, and there's another one called Just the Way You Are. But no, they're the same bloody song. That's why you have to have a standard naming system. Ideally, allow the artist or the composer to assign a name. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Turn that off. Absolutely fucking ridiculous, assigning random names. If actually, now that you mention it, there was a couple of Billy Joel songs that had two names. There was one called The Stranger with Moving Out. Oh no, it was Anthony's song. No, it was Moving Out with Anthony's song in brackets, or the other way around. Anthony's song with Moving Out in brackets. I think that was what it was. That's enough to cause confusion in itself. And it's not that freaking difficult to name a song. Back in the old days, of course, the composers, they just call it Mozart Symphony Number 7 or Mozart Symphony Number 8, and then they'd get sued by Mozart for using his name inappropriately, and then they realise, oh, maybe I can just put my own name to it, because I composed it. I do have the rights to my own name after all. So no, I'll call it whatever my name is Symphony Number 1, and then whatever my name is Symphony Number 2, and so on. If it's not a symphony, call it whatever it is. Call it Song Number 4, Song Number 5, Song Number 6. I don't know. It's not that difficult to assign labels to things. We as human beings have been assigning labels to things since back in the 60s. We used to label people. We'd say, you're for the front of the bus, and you're for the back of the bus, and you're allowed in here, and you're not, and you're a child, you're an adult, you're an old person, you're a woman, you're a man. I don't know. We're perfectly capable of assigning labels to everything except frigging songs. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. But what are you going to do? You can sit down and take it, I suppose. You can sit down and just let it all flow over you, because you're only on this earth for 70 or 80 odd years. You can't change everything. Some things you just have to freaking accept. So I'm going to just accept that people are unable to properly label songs. The only thing I can do about it is label my songs properly. So in future, I hereby undertake to label my songs properly. Starting here, my recording system here requires me to name each track. So instead of just saying song for Tuesday's show, from now on, whenever I do a song here, I will label it properly. You mightn't necessarily get to hear the name because I just type it into the tag. But rest assured, whenever I do a song here on Into Your Head, I'll be labeling it properly. I'll be applying a bit of OCD in the interest of humanity. Anyway, good morning.
Help support this free podcast. Make a one-off donation of any amount, or sign up for a recurring payment giving as little as €2 a month over 6 months. Remember, you don't need a PayPal account to leave a tip. You can even use that cute little debit card that the bank fobbed you off with. Just visit intoyourhead.com/tipjar for all the details. That's intoyourhead.com/tipjar.
Good cat.